approaching on the Tammy Johnson case. She is in custody at the moment.
What part are you in?
Judge Tammy Johnson.
Yes.
So her bond is set currently at $1,001. She doesn't have any ability to make bond from kind of going through the procedural background of the case. It sounds like she'd gotten a GLB bond originally about a year ago.
She's been gone that long.
Well, did not come to a setting and have a chance to meet you, Judge. And so, because had she have gotten an admonishment from you, she'd have certainly attended.
Good try. Can you bring up Ms. Johnson, please?
She does not have any criminal history, and this is kind of a DWI. I've chatted with them briefly about it, but the allegation is that the police found her asleep in a parked vehicle at a gas station, and with the car in park, but they say armed.
I've done the research. We had this issue not a week ago, and I'm telling you.
Well, it's sufficient from a legal sufficiency standpoint. It can stand, but what do jurors think?
I combed through like 20 cases. Give me a second.
Yes.
Stephen. Hey, hi, Stephen. Hey, I'm in the middle of talking. Give me maybe like 10 minutes. I'll call you right back, huh? No, it's okay. I'm super excited to talk to you. Give me 10, huh? Okay, bye. We did the diligence as far as that argument is concerned. My only concern now is that she's been gone for how long, but for this, she would still be wherever she is, right?
Well, she's got a kind of difficult financial situation. She's got family, but she's talked to her family and doesn't have the ability to make even what would be roughly paying $150 to get it. And, but she's 43 with no criminal history. She's got 2 children that she successfully raised to their young adults.
Come up, ma'am. You were Tammy Johnson. How's jail? How's jail?
It's different, Judge.
Why do we have jails?
Criminals off the street, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good reason for sure. Why else?
Judge, she knows
To make sure you come back. And when you don't, the sentences get longer, the bars get colder. Just, that when you fail to appear, your bond's at $1,000 right now. So all that needs is $100 and you're out. $125, you're out. You now know that you have no one to pony up that kind of money. No one to pony up that kind of money to get you out. Mr. Garris is asking me to let you out. The only reason you're here now is because you got busted. Otherwise, you'd still be out who knows where. Why would we let you out? You tell me.
she wants to move forward and deal appropriately with the case, and the state has given me quite a bit in the way of discovery to review, and as with any type of blood case, there's probably going to be more that we venture out to seek, but it'd be obviously sometime. We talked about it, the idea that these can take 6 months, 7 months to even get ready to see if it's a viable case for trial.
Therein lies the problem where, ma'am, you sit now in custody until the case is either pled, you're in trial, or somehow gets disposed of. That could take 6 months. Where have you been?
I'm trying to get my life together.
Judge, she's worked for a long time as a waitress and is living, and she's living kind of difficult situation at the moment. So it's experienced bouts of homelessness but now has a more stable situation. She has the ability to get to court and will be here. That's the representation we're making to the court, and I think we can do short resets if you'd like.
You know, Mr. Garris, I never want to leave someone in custody, But one of my primary concerns also is not putting someone out on the street. And I'm telling you now, I'm willing to give you another chance,
That's the,
but I'm not gonna put you out on the street if you ain't got nowhere else to go.
She does now.
I
She's
do.
living in she has a motel that she's living in now, kind of temporary housing.
yes, it's permanent. It's been for a
I
while.
don't believe that for a second. Who do you have in your life that's willing to take you in?
I've got that information, Judge.
Before I had no one, but now I do.
But he just doesn't financially have the ability to.
The only thing that's changed between now and then is you got arrested. Ms. Johnson, the last thing I want is you to be put on the street where you look like you're going to start using again, because I don't want you to use. If I were to drug test you now, what are you going to test positive for?
Discussion about that.
Here's the drug. I'm going to drug test you like crazy. And if I find that you're using, then I'm going to keep you. And I'm not going to play this game. You can't even look at me in the eye.
Drugs aren't a problem.
Stop.
Well,
Don't. Okay. At this point, Judge, I'm going to admonish my.
It's okay. That's all right.
So,
Where do you have to go?
Judge, let me answer all the questions. She lives in a motel, stable situation, can make her way back to court. And you can do short resets and we'll be here. And that's the understanding that we've talked about and I think would be appropriate at this time would be to give her a chance to come in, and obviously we'll comport with all the requirements that this court installs. And if we have to do testing, we'll do that. And
Let me make something perfectly clear to you, Ms. Johnson. I don't like it when people plead guilty just to plead guilty to get out. I'm not down with that. And we're not going to play that game here. So if I let you out, I expect several things from you. Number one, that you're not going to endanger my public. That's the first and foremost. Number two, that you're not using alcohol and or illegal drugs. And I'm telling you, I'm going to test you like crazy. If you can't stop on your own, then we will do it my way. And I promise you're not going to like the way that I do it. Do you understand?
sure.
Number three, if you don't have a license and liability insurance, you are not allowed to drive. Do you have a Texas driver license? Then you will be signing with me today an affidavit. This is a promise you're making to me that you're not going to drive. And I don't care if Jesus needs a ride to church, you get into a car and drive. I can have a contempt hearing and you'll be facing 6 months every time you drive. Do you understand? Do you want me to give you a PR bond? Can you stop using?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to let you out and I'm going to have you come back here on Tuesday. And I want you to come back and take a test on me on Tuesday. And I want to know for sure. You got to understand, you've played Monopoly, right? What do you get in Monopoly to get out of jail? What do you get? You get a get out of jail free card, right? This is the only one you're going to get. You're not going to get another one. Do you understand? So I will let you out now, but I expect you to comport and comply with conditions. And that's it. I'm not asking for much. I'm just asking you to be sober and come back to court and stay in touch with counsel. That's all.
thank you, Judge.
Of course. Now, we will set her for Tuesday. She got to come back here Tuesday. You don't come back, a warrant will issue, and we're going to just play the 6-month waiting game while you're there. Because I'm telling you, I don't accept pleas just to get out of jail. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
She can't go yet, though. We need her to sign conditions with, yeah. Mr. Gamble,
So,
Mr. Payton,
sir.
gentlemen, both of you are charged with cases in here. Both of you are charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You know, looking at your information, I see that Mr. Payton, both of you guys, and Mr. Gamble are also charged with aggravated robbery with a deadly weapon. However, your felony bond was $10,000 and yours was $70,000. I don't understand why. We will soon find out. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Okay.
On November 7th, 2024, the officer conducted a traffic stop on a motor vehicle after observing it violate Texas Transportation Code 547.602, which requires mirrors, and the officer confirmed 5 traffic citations. The driver was placed into custody for those citations, and the defendant, Peyton, was sitting in the front passenger seat where a black extended magazine was observed in plain view between the defendant's feet. Defendants 1 and 2, the second defendant being Gamble, were both detained, and a probable cause search revealed a black backpack found to be concealing 2 semi-automatic pistols with a loaded round in the chamber, not in a concealed holster, and within the wingspan of both defendants, as well as 37.8 grams of marijuana.
Tell me about the ag rob.
So the ag rob for Mr.
The
Peyton,
defendants, same day on 11/8.
I just want to confirm, Your Honor. It looks like the ag robs are different days. For Peyton, it's July 27th, and then for Mr. Gamble, it's August 26th. So they're 2 separate incidents for aggravated robbery. So to begin with Mr. Peyton, the aggravated robbery on July 27th, an officer was dispatched to a robbery at a vape time store, and the complainant said an unmasked defendant came inside the store, and the complainant buzzed him into the door. The defendant looked around and then walked to the door and let 3 other masked men into the store. One of the 3 men pointed a gun to the left side of the complainant's neck, and then the other 3 men took money and merchandise before running from the door. The surveillance video showed the incident and showed defendants leaving in a silver Kia sedan. Officers were able to trace the sedan back to a co-defendant. They were also able to see that the Kia had been involved in a prior traffic stop. In that stop, the passenger of the car was viewed in the officer body-worn camera. That person was the unmasked first person who entered the store and let the other 3 men into the store before helping take cash and merchandise. And to move on to yes.
There were multiple, I think it was this defendant, Mr. Gamble, was one of 5 suspects robbing vape stores. And there are multiple incidents of the robbery. So we can certainly read PC Judge, it's just very long, but we're happy to read it.
Is it the same MO where it's in, I mean, are we talking about just like an enterprise type situation? Like an engaging and organized? Okay.
So
I'm just, I get, my question is, I want to know how dangerous these guys are, and obviously we've got ag robs on both of them, perhaps even multiple stops of ag robs. So Mr. Payton, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm now putting an ankle monitor on you, and I want to know where you are at all times. And I'm giving you a curfew of 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. I don't want you out in the middle of the night, and I'm barring you from going to any, just got to be careful in this life, man. You got but one. You end up with the wrong person. You hang with dogs to get those fleas. You're going to end up with a 40-year sentence back there. And I'm going to tell you now, living in a 6x9 for 40 years is no way to live life. You know what I mean? It's not. I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of weapons, not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. If I find that you're smoking weed, you're using anything like that, I'm going to put you in jail. I'll deem you a public danger, and I'm going to make your bond so freaking high. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
17.
What do you do for a living?
I'm employed right now.
Why?
I'm trying to get my.
I'm now making that a condition of your bond as well. You and I are going to be so close, it's going to be ridiculous. I am making it a condition of your bond that you get your GED, and I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks to see what you have done to get your GED. You need to start working on it. We have enough people in custody as it is, and what you do now will affect you for the next 40 years of your life. You start acting like a knucklehead out there, you're either going to be dead or with a 50-year sentence, and that's not a way to go through life. Do you understand? I will appoint you a lawyer today.
And Your Honor, in regard to Gamble, it appears that the bond may be higher as officers presented the facts of both the current case as well as a separate case that's unfiled It's an HPD case to which the defendant confessed to also being involved. So it seems there's also an ongoing investigation.
Do we know who put the gun to the neck?
It was the defendant as well, defendant Gamble.
Gamble?
And he also put a gun to the complainant's face as they were stealing marijuana and other items.
You hear everything I just said over there, Mr. Gamble? Same thing applies to you, man. We have enough black and brown people in custody as it is. We don't need any more. You don't need to live life with a 40-year sentence because of some stupid scheisse, man. You know? Do you know if you're gonna bond out?
I'm gonna be talking to this mom later, Judge. So
Okay,
we'll have to-
if you bond out, I'm ordering you under home confinement. I don't want you out anywhere. Do you understand? You will get a GPS monitor on your ankle, no weapons. I don't want you to talk with any of the co-defendants in any of these cases. I don't want you two hanging out with each other at all. You know, you may be great guys by yourselves, but when you're together, perhaps it's a Tasmanian devil. No thanks. We don't want it. I'm going to tell you both of you now. I will do everything in my power to protect my Houston at all costs. And I don't care if you put you in jail at 17, you're kicking and screaming and this. No. Do you understand? You were lucky to get out as it is on this type of charge, as it just count your lucky stars now, Mr. Payton. All right, so,
It's a felony pending until 17 days it was rolled.
for sure. And then, Felicia, so GPS prior to release on Mr. Gamble, no weapons, no alcohol, no drugs, random urinalysis. Did you graduate from high school?
Yes, he did.
You did? Okay. All right, John, so I guess we'll stay in touch with Mr. Gamble. All right, Mr. Gamble, good luck. We'll just keep us in the loop about what goes on. Mr. Payton, I'm keeping you ever so close. I'm not letting you go far. Do you understand? Okay. I need him to fill out an application. Do you mind giving an application? I'm going to give you an application for an appointed lawyer. I'm going to have you sign a receipt of Victoria, and then I'm going to have you meet with Felicia for your bond conditions, then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box. Yeah, correct. All of them. Mr. Roberts Clay, how's jail? It's been a long time since I've had someone with this kind of drama. Let's go through your spiel. 9/25/24, evading arrest, and you pick up an FSGI. 11/9/24, assault of a family member, assault of a family member, assault of a family member, assault of a peace officer, assault of a peace officer. You get on bond, I guess, he's on bond for all those cases, right?
Yes, Judge, I see.
And now you've picked up another assault of a family member and an interference.
Those are two Bs filed, Judge, while he was in custody. So he was not out of custody. He's been in custody.
So in our case here, from November 9th, he has 3 assaults, and then he also has the FSGI in evading, the new assault and the interference that was filed on 11/13. Was that,
In 2022.
so they're older?
They're older ones that they just filed a couple days ago. But he's been in custody on our 3 assaults and the felonies.
So the felony assault, I see that he has not made bond on.
No, and that's why he was in custody, because he was on those 2 bonds while they filed these 2 Bs on him.
Yeah, 22. And the interference was also from 22. Do you know all the assault family members, are they against the same complaining witness?
No, they're different, Judge. 2022 is Asia Barrows, the
What, is that a girlfriend?
an ex-girl.
An ex-girlfriend, okay.
No,
And then,
just regular, no baby.
okay, so then the other three assaults that we have here,
The other three, the newer three are baby mama, mother and sister,
his mother,
his mother and his sister.
okay. Have we found PC on all those cases? Because I don't know if we have or not, let me see. Yeah, it looks like PC's been found on all of them. Okay, so Mr. Roberts Clay, I want you to understand something, that I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with any of the complaining witness in any of these cases. Do you understand? I'm also ordering you not to have any, not to be in possession of any weapons, not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you, and I'm going to put a GPS monitor, and I'm giving you 1,000 feet. I'm going to give you a 1,000 feet distance of where I don't want you to have contact with any of these people, any of the baby mamas, your mom, whoever else is part of these, you know, the peace officers, anyone in any of these cases, don't have contact with them. Don't go within 1,000 feet of where they live or where they work. There should be orders for protection on each one of these cases. So you have to understand, if you violate these, then the state can and will file additional charges against you. You need to understand, if multiple assault family members within a certain amount of time, they can hit you with third-degree felonies, and you can be looking at 2 to 10 of the penitentiary on those. So I don't know if you're going to get out, but if you do get out, I would be very careful where you go, because even if you have whatever contact, they can file more charges on you. I mean, you've got now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 open cases. Shreya, the evading arrest and interference on all these assaults, those happened after,
Yes.
right? So I'm revoking the bonds on those 2 cases. The evading arrest and interference, the FSGI and evading, I'm revoking those bonds because of all the new cases that he's picked up.
I understand, Judge, but the 2 new cases are from 2022.
That's why I'm not doing anything with those, right? So I'm not using those against him to revoke the bond, but the new cases from 11-9, those are after, you know, we ordered him follow conditions. You have failed to follow those conditions by picking up another case, another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 assaults. So because you picked up those 5 assaults, I'm revoking the bond on the FSGI and evading.
So Judge, is this his first court date since the November 9th?
Correct. Yeah, this is the first time that I've seen Mr. Roberts Clay. I have not seen him at all, but we've been literally rolling him day for day to try to get him here. And we had Marco Sapien representing him, trying to get Mr. Clay, Roberts Clay and Marco at the same time so that's why. Did you want to add anything?
What are the conditions currently, Judge?
So no contact, no weapons, GPS, no going within 1,000 feet of any of the complaining witness where they live or where they work.
I'm satisfied with that, Judge.
Sorry?
That works, Judge.
And then I'm revoking his bonds on the FSGI and evading, and then that's it. So,
What are you setting those at, Judge?
I think there should also be, I would ask that they also be set at 5,000, Judge, to mirror the others.
75.
5,000, Judge.
Oh, yeah, I was going to do 5,000 and 1, 2, 3, 5,005 on the FSGI and evading. And then I'll leave the others as is. Okay, Mr. Roberts Clay, you know what's expected of you if you bond out. Just don't go near anywhere of these people. You know, sometimes when you have cancer, what do? You cut the cancer out. If you don't, it's going to kill you, right?
Judge, would you do 5,003 just because I think it looks a little misleading whenever in
Sure,
time we're
of
looking
course.
at it and
Yeah.
it looks like you picked up 5, but it's actually 3.
Yes, of course. These people may be a cancer to your life. They're killing you, man. Cut it out before it kills you. Do you understand? All right. Thanks. If there are no MOAPs,
I need him.
wait. So, yeah, on any case that doesn't have a MOAP, I'm gonna grant it. It's just, there's so many cases in it, I just don't have time to look.
Judge, I need to approach on Mr. Carter Peeler, Judge Peeler.
Yeah.
Judge, my client is 29 years old. He's got a history of mental situations. He's here with his parents.
Oh, where's mom?
Well, mom just went down to pay some parking, but dad is here.
Yeah, come up, Dad.
Judge, I mean, they have some, they have documentations of all of his mental challenges. I'm on the case, but I'll review the meds and all that, and it actually may be a better case for the PD's office. I'm not sure, but I mean, I know
Hi, Dad.
he gets nervous.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
There's no reason for you to be nervous.
Oh.
Really, it's not the end of the world. You've picked up a case, but it happens. When you do that, you dust yourself off, pick yourself up, and you move on. All we want you to do is just don't violate the law. Do you have a Texas driver license? Do you have liability insurance? Okay, you can continue to drive. Just be careful. If you happen to get into an accident, stop. It's not the end of the world. That's why you have car insurance, so that if you get into an accident, they're there to help you with what happened. They'll even give you a lawyer to represent you. That's why you pay for car insurance. Really.
I didn't know they'd give you a lawyer.
Well,
your insurance company.
Not every single time, but
Okay.
like if someone were to sue you and you
Yeah.
have car insurance, typically there's a lawyer to help you out with these cases. Yeah. So that's why you pay for car insurance. That's why it's as expensive as it is. So I'm not putting any conditions on your bond, okay? Just be careful and be safe. That's it. We've given you a lawyer to stay in touch with John, and he'll tell you how to navigate through this issue, and that's it. Do you have any questions? The only other thing I'm going to tell you is that if you take medication, psychotropic medication, continue to take it. When you stop, I see so many people, they start taking it and they start to feel good. You know what? I don't need this anymore. I feel great. They stop taking it, boom, same thing starts happening. They evolve in that circular, just end up in purgatory because they stop taking it and they end up back into the same situation and into bad things start happening. If good things are happening when you take the medication, keep taking it. It's there for you to do well and to be well, to be better. And that's what the medication is there for. Don't stop taking it, because when it does, that's when things spiral out of control. We're here to help you. That's why we have lawyers. That's why we have, okay? Questions? Just relax. Everything's fine. If you guys need anything, we're here for you. You can always come back here and then we'll help you out. We'll set you off a month. If you need anything, just come back and we're here for you, okay? We're Alvaro Betancourt.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Betancourt, you're charged with assault of a family member. You are facing up to a year in jail and/or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On November 4th, 2024, officers were dispatched to an address in Harris County, Texas, in reference to a family disturbance type call. The caller was the witness Graham, who called 911 stating that he heard the complainant in the background of a phone call crying, stating that she was having a domestic disturbance incident with her ex-boyfriend. Officers arrived on scene that was indicated by the witness and spoke with the complainant. The complainant stated that the defendant is an ex-boyfriend of hers who she shares a child with. She stated that on this date they were in bed together when the witness called her witness Graham, and that the defendant saw the witness call her, became upset, and stated, "I will kill you and her and go about my day." The complainant began to cry and told the witness she was having issues with the defendant. The defendant then grabbed her by the wrist and began to physically slam her in the bedroom walls, causing pain to her upper body, and pushing the complainant into the hallway outside her bedroom, where he again slammed her into the hallway walls. This was witnessed by her 8-year-old juvenile daughter.
So the daughter sees this happening.
The daughter sees this happening.
Not his biological daughter though, right?
No, his biological daughter is 7 months old, so there's 2 daughters.
So he does have children with her.
Yes. Officers pulled the defendant's photograph, who the complainant positively identified as the defendant. She stated that they've been separated for over 6 months, and the defendant became angry when the complainant told the defendant she had a new relationship already. Officers tried to reach the defendant, but were unable to.
So she has a new person.
So she indicated, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Betancourt, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm entering now what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection. This is a court order that identifies Irma Becerra as a protected individual. He cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person, commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, the stalking statute. You cannot stalk, threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works.
If I may, my understanding is that the complainant and my client are living together, that they're still together. I was wondering if you would be able to do a no threatening and harassing content, saying that they also share a child.
Until I know what she wants, I'm not going to do that, right? They've been unable to reach her, and according to what they're saying is that she has a new beau. So I don't know. Until I know, I like to honor the wishes of the complaining witness. And until I know that she wants to have contact, I'm ordering you not to have any contact with her. I don't care what you're going. I don't care what you're doing. No means no. I don't care if there's a burning building and she's in there, you have to go save her. A court order is a court order. If you violate this, I'm going to put you in jail. Are you a United States citizen? I don't know if you are or not, but if you're in this country without permission, if there's any problem with your immigration paperwork and immigration finds you in custody, they will put an immigration detainer and you will be stuck in there until this case is over with, and then they'll ship you off to immigration. Don't violate any of these conditions. Don't pick up a new case. No contact, no weapons. Do you understand?
Sure.
Anything else?
No, Judge, that's all.
Now, have you run his NCIC? What kind of criminal history, if any, does he have?
Just a moment, Judge, I'm pulling it up.
You need to do a bond because there's no bond that's set.
And he has a bondsman here. I was wondering if you'd approve a lawsuit. I was wondering if you,
Well, if he has no criminal history, I was gonna give him a PR bond,
that works as well.
but I don't know what his criminal history is, so.
As for criminal history, I see a sexual assault out of Rio Grande City that has no disposition. A driving license invalid out of Brazoria County. That was a conviction.
That would be, curious about what happened with that sexual assault.
Another driving with license suspended in Brazoria County. Another driving with license invalid in Montgomery County. And then a aggravated assault with a deadly weapon in Brazoria County. But that was, I see a final pleading of not guilty, but I see no disposition on the case.
I'm setting your bond at $5,000 and he'll have to make a surety bond. Do you have a Texas driver license, Mr. Betancourt?
Yes, I still have it.
Does he have, can you run his license to see if he has a license?
Yes, Judge, I'm running it right now.
I'm ordering you not
Okay,
to drive
so how
any
many-
vehicle unless you have a Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name, Mr. Betancourt. Do you understand? Like I said, I take public safety extremely serious, and I will do everything in my power to protect the public. If that means putting your bond at $10 million, I'll do it in a heartbeat to protect the public. So be careful when you're out there. Actions have consequences. Do you
The
understand?
valid driver's license.
Okay. Yes, sir. All right. Now you have a lawyer. It's your responsibility to stay in touch with them, and they'll tell you when you have to come back to court. If they tell me they can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You will not get any more PR bonds. No, or you won't get any PR bonds. Do you understand? Okay. Do you mind drafting all those conditions, please?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right, guys. Thanks.
Thank you, Judge. May we be
All right.
excused?
He cannot go because we need to do everything. And then you said he has a bonding company here, right?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, we'll release him to the bonding company here when we get all the paperwork done.
Thank you,
Okay,
Judge. I'll go ahead
thanks.
and resend him in the meantime and have him
Don't.
wait.
Don't, because he still has to post bond. Once you post that bond, you'll get a 7-day setting. When you get, because then it'll go sideways real quick. Mr. Wakefield, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to a year, up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine due to the amount. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 30 days in jail credit for the,
4 days?
4 days credit that you've already done. Understand that this charge will go on your record. It'll be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. Do you understand? Not only, do you have a job? What do you do in life? Dude, it's not funny. You're using all kinds of dope. You've got no job. What the hell are you going to be doing in 30 years from today, man? You know, you're going to end up on the street, jobless, prospectless, ain't got no money. Where are you going in life, man? It's not a good way to be in life. I know that you like to have fun. I know that you like to party, but you got to think about your future, because if not, and your mom and dad are not going to be here forever. Your auntie, your uncle, they're not going to be here forever. And if you don't have them in your life and you got no job, you got no money, you're going to be on the street begging, either that or you're going to be slinging. You get caught up in that. You're either dead or with a 40-year sentence. How old are you? Have you ever had a full-time job?
Yes.
Doing what?
At Chevron in Lake Charles. I was a pipe fitter.
You were a pipe fitter. For real? So why stop? And?
See the workers come.
So it's easier to just get workers' comp and do nothing, I guess, right?
No, I just never went back, like reapply after.
Okay. You have to do something in your life, Mr. Wakefield, because if you don't, you're going to end up in jail with a lengthy sentence or on the street. That's not a good way. You work hard now, so you set yourself up for the future, so you can have vacations. You can buy nice cars the legitimate way. What you're doing now, it sucks. Just bottom line, it's not a good way to go through life, man.
Judge, while he's in custody, I can have a MAC social worker talk to him about options.
That'd be great. Dude, pipe fitting, if you get a trade like that, you can kill it, man. Making 20 to 30 bucks an hour. Holy you can buy a Benz, man. You can, with that kind of money, you can kill it. What you're doing now, it sucks. Sucks. And I don't even know how you're getting your money to do the dope. Anyways, you got to be getting it from somehow. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. It will go on your record. It'll be there for the rest of your life. The reason I'm telling you this, Mr. Wakefield, is because your demeanor and the way you act when you come in here, you think it's a joke. Well, what I'm trying to tell you is that your future should mean something. We have enough brown and black people in custody as it is. Your life is hard enough as it is, being a black and brown person in society. It doesn't get easier the older you get. It gets harder. you get fatter, you get uglier, you lose hair. The older you get, the more unemployable you get. So if you don't set yourself up now, you're going to be nothing in 20 years. Do something, Mr. Wakefield. Don't become a statistic. How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty, sentence you to the agreement. I will roll your courthouse. One more thing. I'm done with catch and release. So if you continue to come back with criminal cases, what we're doing today, the plead on the spot, be done. It's not going to work. Do you understand? If you come back, it's not going to go well. Good luck, Mr. Wakefield.
And Judge, if I could just get you to make a note on the docket sheet that he pled on the same day I was appointed.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Okay.
Please, on both.
Yes, sir.
You said Treadwell, right?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. You are on bond for DWI, and now you've picked up another DWI. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, man.
Yes, Judge. On October 23rd, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a major one-car vehicle accident in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with a witness who observed the motor vehicle had left the scene but was still blocking a moving lane of traffic and had struck a school zone signpost. The officer also observed the defendant's motor vehicle had crashed in the direction moving against the flow of traffic, and the witness identified the defendant as the driver. EMS saw the defendant in the driver's seat of the crashed vehicle with her feet sticking out and the engine still running. Upon contact with the defendant, the officer observed bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and unsteady balance on the defendant's person, along with a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, and general disorientation and slow responses. When asked about the accident, the defendant stated she may have fallen asleep but did not remember the crash occurring. The defendant admitted to drinking and consuming Adderall, and she said that she was the sole occupant and operator of the motor vehicle. The officers recovered 2 open alcoholic beverage containers from the passenger side floorboard.
Drinking while driving?
Yes, Your Honor. And 4 unopened containers. Standard field sobriety tests were performed. HGN 4 out of 6, walk and turn 8 out of 8, and 1 leg stand 3 out of 4. A blood warrant was drafted and executed.
And Judge, on the first DWI, the lab results came back as 0.286.
0.026.
0.206, because there's a big difference. Is it 0.26?
Yes, 0.286, yes, Judge. Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
That is a very high blood test. Can you run an NCIC? I'd like to know what other kind of criminal history she has, number one. Number two, did we have her sign a no driving affidavit on the first one? Because if she did, I'm going to have a contempt hearing.
I don't see a no driving affidavit on file, Your Honor.
Yeah, well, her driver's license wasn't eligible though on the second DWI.
Probably because of the first and the ALR. Mr. Treadwell, I want you to be perfectly clear about something. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect the citizens of Harris County. Every single day, someone dies because of a DWI in Harris County. And I will do everything in my power to protect my city. And if that means putting you in custody because you repeatedly flaunt our bond conditions, so be it. Now, I'm going to revoke your bond and I'm taking you in. And now, if you do get out, You will have a strict curfew of 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And I'm forbidding you from going within a car at all. You will now be signing an affidavit, and if I find that you drive, and I don't care what your reason is, I don't care if Jesus comes down and tells you he needs to ride to church, you get into a car and drive, I will have a contempt hearing. Every time you get into a car, it's up to 6 months in jail and a $500 fine. On one ankle, you will get a GPS monitor. On your other ankle, you're going to get a scram device, so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. As it stands now, I'm revoking your bonds and I'm putting them both at $25,000. Do you understand? She goes with you.
All right, go on there. Or sit down.
Hey, Hugh. Happy Halloween.
Yes, happy Halloween. I like it. It looks good. I have Javier Galindo on docket. And if you remember the last time you took him in custody and wanted me to check with his sister, and I had a lengthy conversation with his sister. Everything's good. He can go live with her. She's a teacher, and then she's also getting her master's to become a principal now, and she's pretty
great.
Yeah. So he's in custody. I was going to see if we can get him on a PR bond.
I don't know, man. I don't.
I think last time you indicated that you'd let him out. That's why you wanted me to contact his sister and see if he had a place to go.
She will take him?
Yes.
How do we get him to stop using?
She told me that he's not, she has keeps pretty good tabs on him.
She can hold him?
Well,
if he's, can you bring out Mr. Gallendo?
And he really has it. So he's like a different person now from that.
He's clean?
Yes. And so.
Now I must admit.
Yeah. I don't think so. Yeah. That was probably no fun.
Bill.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me while we're waiting.
Mayor Gonzalez, his mom, dad, and sister are all here in person today.
I'm happy to talk to him.
Yeah, I was going to ask, we were talking about the bond. I know the court will do a PR bond, but I was going to ask for a reduction.
Are you mom and dad and everyone? Is that you? Okay, let me talk to this gentleman and then we'll talk to you. Good morning, Mr. Gallendo. How are you? You look great. You sound good. You're coherent. You're not jittery like you were when you came here last time.
Oh, I know.
So Hugh wants me to let you out. Looks like you've got a place to stay with. Shh. Looks like you've got a place to stay with your sister. My only worry is that if we let you out, you're going to go back to doing right what you're doing, using. And I don't want that to happen. I know you're going to tell me no.
Oh, yes.
Right. You've told me that before, right? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. How do we get it to stop? Therein lies the rub. I don't want to keep you, but I know if I release you, you're going to go back to using, and you're going to use grandma as the excuse.
That was just.
Perhaps it's another excuse. Perhaps it's saw Bambi, and you're upset at the movie. Did we have MT-RAST? What did it recommend?
It says here, followed by anger management and defeat readiness.
That's what needs to happen. I think that with what you're using, the frequency of what you're using, the best course of action is a treatment facility. because we let you out. You're gonna end up killing yourself. And believe it or not, I really like you. I want you to persevere, and I want you to become the great person that you can be, Javier. You know, I think that that's probably the wisest choice, to get him into a treatment facility. You know, I know that you want to get him out.
Yes, I'm just
I've
wondering.
done this before.
Yes, but yeah, we're still, well, it's all pre-trial, so I don't know. I mean, is that something he can do pre-trial, or, I mean, can he do outpatient, or?
I can't pay for anything. The only way I can pay for everything is if he's in there. If I let him out, he doesn't have a job, doesn't have a, you know, anything. He's going to be unable to pay for anything. So therein lies the excuse. Well, I can't get it done. I ain't got no money. I ain't got no job. And then it spirals into the same thing. I don't know, Hugh. I don't. I think that the best course of action is to get you into a treatment facility, Mr. Gaid.
I'll stay with my sister. I don't drink over there. I don't do nothing. I'm staying with my sister. She's a teacher. She don't let me drink. She don't let me do nothing.
Yes, she.
As if you're going to listen to her.
Yes, of course I listen to her. She's all I have. I listen to whatever she says. I babysit her son.
It seems.
With him before.
I wasn't with her. I wasn't staying with her.
Living.
Just being bad. I don't. And friends, wherever. We're friends.
Street.
Yeah. But I'm with my sister now.
She does, she seems like she has a pretty tight grip on him.
She
From
does.
speaking with her.
You could get her number.
Discovery's outstanding.
Your Honor, it looks like everything's uploaded and shared with the defense.
And we can set the case for trial. There's a felony that's attached to this, but I'm okay with setting it for a trial date.
Okay, I am too.
Okay.
That way, if it goes, you know, if it goes well for him, he's out. If it doesn't, I know what I'm gonna do, which is what I think needs to happen regardless. Because if we let him loose on the street, he's just gonna use. And we've done this game before. I've let him out before, and he goes right back to using.
He's only bond forfeited once in your court. I know one time's too many, but I know that it's not like he's been a recurring issue. This is the only time that he's had an issue with this, you know, with the drug testing.
Thank you. Let me think about that.
All right, Mr. Goodman, come on, back this way.
Okay, you speak English?
Yes.
Come up. They can all come up.
Yeah, all y'all.
They can all come up. The more the merrier. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I wish it were under better circumstances. And I'm sorry that you guys are having to come here and deal with this, but better now than 6 feet under in a pine box, right? We've had a lot of issues with him. And I think that, I don't know, I mean, I guess you realize and the spiel that I give to everybody is that watch the news, which I hope you do. Every day, someone dies in Harris County from a DWI. Every single day. We in Harris County lead the nation.
Hold all conversations.
We lead the nation in DWI fatalities because it happens so much. Is it because we have 4 million people here? I don't know. Is it because Harris County is 3 hours from one side to the other? I don't know. But that's what it is. And it's disgusting. And what scares me with him is he has 3 open DWIs in 3 different counties. That is extremely scary. And we're lucky that no one has been injured. A life has not been taken because it could have gone so much worse. The reason that it's taking as long as it is because he does not have, I'm presuming he doesn't have a lawyer in Nueces, right?
This time, that's correct, Your Honor.
If you guys are able to get a lawyer for him down there, hopefully that can speed up the process to get everything working. Because here in Harris County, we have so many cases, we have so many people in custody that we move it like crazy. We're very, very fast. We're a fast-moving criminal justice system here. Fort Bend is building their way up to being as big as we are. So they're a little bit slower, but in the other counties, in like Brazos and Nueces, Corsicana, and they do things a lot slower. So if you pick up a case, you may not go to court for 6 to 8 months, and then you start dealing with it. It looks like that's what's happening over there.
Did let the family know that even though they don't have a court date yet in Nueces, getting a lawyer down there, they can talk to the DA and they can start working on the case and talking to myself and the Fort Bend lawyer, trying to get a global deal done prior to any court date even being scheduled. Because I mean, the case is open and pending. I mean, it's there. So that's where we are for now. But I think the bond in Harris County is the only thing keeping him from going home to his family. And so we're trying to figure out a way to see if the court would allow him to post maybe a lower amount for bond.
It scares me to let him out. It scares me to let him out. He's repeatedly shown us that he refuses to comply with bond conditions. If I let him out, what's going to happen? Is he going to pick up a fourth? Well, I know you're going to say no, but history tells us otherwise.
But I see where you're going with that. But my son is a 21-year-old kid. He's still a kid to me. And he messed up 3 times. Yes, he did. But he's ready to come out and do right with society and do the way he's supposed to. He's going to come out. He's going to live with me. He was out there living in Corpus because he turned into a welder. And I never agreed with him. I told him, I said, I don't like that for you. I'm a roofing contractor. He's going to be living under my home. And he's going to be staying with me. And I will be giving him a ride to wherever I need to take him to get his stuff straight. That's what I have, and that's what I want from him, and I know that's what he wants too. He's not a bad kid like that. He's not like what we're writing him off to be. And I see your position, and because you're telling me about all these fatalities and stuff, but that's not my son. Twice he was caught. He was parked. 150 times I tell you that you're gonna have probably going to kill somebody. Of those 150 chances, he's got 2. He decided to stop and pull over and he didn't crash with anybody. Yes, he got caught 3 times, but he's ready to not ever drink again.
How many times has he not been caught?
He's young. He hadn't been drinking. He hadn't been drinking until 21, because he left and he was living on his own. He was living on my house. He didn't want to be here at my house anymore because he went out there to work. But him being a young kid, lost his girlfriend. We had a cousin of his committed suicide, so he had a lot of stuff going on in his head. But now this is real to him, and he's learned his lesson. He's ready to be out here, and he needs to come out here and start working. He's gonna work for me, and he's gonna make money to pay for all this mess that he got himself into. Right now, we're paying the price. He's in there.
Yeah, why are you paying the price?
We're paying the price for him. Because he's my son, and I'll give whatever I have to get him out of there.
Sorry, I really am.
He is not like the. I mean, I don't want to. He's not like all these other people, man. I'm sorry, my kid's not like that. He's not a drug addict. He doesn't abuse anything else. He messed up with the alcohol, being too young and not knowing what to do.
How do you know? How do you know?
I just know it. Know my son.
Hey.
He was living with me for a long time. That's how I know him.
And I understand and I respect it. Looking through the eyes of a father, I get this a lot. But when you have 3 DWIs in 3 different counties, judges have told you repeatedly what you can and what you can't do, and you repeatedly flaunt that and just don't. And you have shown us repeatedly you're going to do whatever you want to do, regardless of what a judge tells you. And I know that that's not what you want to hear, and I'm sorry, because I don't like to keep people in jail, but my only concern is public safety, And I know that you don't like to hear it, and it pains me to do it as a father myself as well. But I don't know how else to get him to realize that when you don't abide by court orders, this is what happens. And
You, Judge, you read people, you see people, you've seen my son. See him, and I'm telling you, he's not gonna do this again. We want him out here so he can start working, he can work for me and he start paying for his stuff. He does nothing, he does no good to anyone in there. I mean, he does no good to anyone, for anyone in there.
But it does though, protects the public. What I'd like to do is, we've had him TRAS, right? Okay. So what we do is I have clinicians on staff who evaluate him and tell us what the proper course of action is. We've had our clinicians evaluate him, and
Substance abuse treatment facility followed by sober.
what that is that it's a treatment facility that's kind of like a long-term rehab type facility where it teaches him how to deal with the issues, cope, and not use alcohol as a way to cope, as a coping mechanism. After he does that rehab, we have him going into sober court, which is a long-term, an 18-month program that supervises him by one of the actual judges here that keeps him under their wing and meets with them on 2 times a month, where he would come to court, meet with them to ensure that he's on the straight and narrow. While he's with me now, I can pay for it. If he's on the outside, I can't pay for anything.
That program with other.
Right, and unfortunately, we want to do that, but I can't do anything until those other 2 cases are resolved. The idea what Will had was you've got a lawyer in Fort Bend, you have to get a lawyer in Nueces. Once you do that, we can work together all as one unit to resolve all the cases at once, and then we get them into this program. And hopefully the other counties will see it, that this is what we want to do. We've got a long-term solution to help him keep sobriety. And it's okay.
Does that mean that he has to be incarcerated during the entire?
It's an inpatient treatment facility, correct?
He would go from custody and jail here straight to the treatment facility. So he wouldn't be incarcerated, but he would not be released in between. He would go straight to the.
It's not too terribly long. It's around a 6-month program, 6 to 8, 6 if you respond well. And after that, we let them out, and it's an aftercare program where he meets with us. He literally meets with the judge 2 times a month to ensure that he's on he's doing well. And if he does well, he gets rewarded throughout the program. They help him get his license back, help him job searches. So it's a really rewarding program. And the idea is to get him to recognize this at a young, early age now, before it spirals out of control at a later date, or either that or before you do some catastrophic damage where you're now ending up with a 40 or 50-year sentence. That's the goal.
The treatment facility is called SATF, SATF, it's an acronym.
Yeah, it's Substance Abuse Treatment Facility, SATF. But we can't until Nueces is on board as well.
I'll talk with the family more, Judge.
You want to use all this money to get him out of jail. He needs a lawyer over there. The money, instead of getting him out, probably be better spent with the lawyer in Nueces, so that we can work all together to find a great resolution. Not just getting him out and hope he does well. We have the tools, and I can pay for everything for you. It's a $30,000 program that I'm willing to pay for you. Not to mention aftercare, which is probably another $15,000. So we are footing the bill for everything. But I can't do that if he's on the outside.
Hey, look.
Okay. I know that it's not the answer that you want to hear, but it may be a blessing in disguise. Work with me. I want what's best for your son. We're not here just to throw away the key. We don't want to do that. We want to help him. Sometimes it's better in the long term to sit in there, get him in the facility, than to just put him out and throw him out there in the wolves and hopes that he does well.
Okay. Talk to him further. Thank you, Judge. Okay.
Anna. Okay, so we've got Rico Romero.
Okay, yo ahora voy a traducir todo en español, todo en español, ¿ok? Todo en español, ¿ok? Entonces todo en español.
And then Idelce.
Sí. Stay. Yes.
Yes. Sí, señor.
Order in the court for the pleas.
Both of you gentlemen are charged with driving while intoxicated cases. Both of you guys have worked out agreements where cases will now reflect as convictions on your record. Mr. Idelce, you need to understand that this is a DWI second offense. If you ever get pulled over and you have the faintest smell of alcohol or dope on your breath, what is going to happen to you?
I want to be deported because I don't have papers.
That's one of the things, perhaps, yes. But first, you're looking at a prison sentence of a minimum of 2 years, a maximum of 10 years. From now on, if you pick up another DWI, you will not be with me. You will end up in felony court. A very lengthy.
I want to tell you I'm sorry that I am sorry.
Sorries don't matter to me. What matters is that it doesn't happen again. And I'm just warning you that if it does, you will now be in felony court. So if I were you, even if you have a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car because you're taking a humongous risk. The same applies to you, Mr. Rico Romero. You now have this DWI going on your record as well. If you ever get into a car and smell like alcohol or dope, likewise, you will end up going back to jail. He has 2 FSRAs upstairs. What's going on with that? 5 years? 2 years? Are they second degrees?
No, the charges like the hybrids 2 to 5. It wasn't serious.
It's a hybrid one.
That's why I feel comfortable doing this. And it's the minimum.
If you're going to get into a car and maim and destroy other people, please don't. You have a DWI. You've got 2 failure to stop and render aids where you've created a ton of damage. Don't. How is that fair? All we want are our streets to be safe. Your sentence is 3 days in jail with credit for the 4 days that you've done. You're giving up, both of you guys are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You could be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. Now, you, Mr. Rico Romero, it looks like after these cases, you still have to deal with the felony cases. And then after that, it looks like you also have an immigration detainer as well. How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated guilty?
Culpable o no culpable? Culpable o no culpable? Guilty.
Find you guilty. I'm going to suspend your driving privilege for 1 year. Do not drive. And please, don't kill anyone. Mr. Idelce, you've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 365 days in jail to be probated for 18 months. As part of the probation, you will do a repeat offender DWI education class. You will do 2 victim impact panels. no drugs, no alcohol, no breath test refusal. So if you were pulled over in a car, you must, and an officer asks you to submit to a breath test, you must submit to a breath test. If you don't, you are in violation of this probation. You must also do 5 days in jail as a condition of this probation. This is to begin tomorrow.
Yes.
Mañana va a empezar a presentarse usted.
Do you want him to hear or report?
¿Dónde se va a reportar?
Okay. By 6 p.m. You must report by 6 p.m. to the 701 San Jacinto. If you fail to
Okay.
if you fail, I'm sorry,
I will show it to him what to report.
we give him paperwork to you, Mr. No, you don't have to. But I want you to understand that if you are someone who is repeatedly late, they're not going to take you. And if they don't take you, the full range of punishment is available to you.
Si no lo toman ahí de nuevo, o algo, va a tener más problemas.
Pero yo voy a estar a las 6 ahí.
I'm gonna be there at 6 p.m.
I would be there before.
Yo diría que estuviera.
Before.
Sí, okay.
4 o'clock I'll be there.
Okay.
Okay.
How do you plead to the offense of driving?
Te declara de la ofensa de manera
Offense,
totalmente
guilty
intoxicado,
or
culpable o
not
no
guilty?
culpable. Guilty.
Okay. He also has a felony case, Mr. Newell. Is that
Tiene
when we
una felonía,
Dismissed.
pero la felonía se lo quitaron.
Let me make one thing clear to you.
Eso es algo claro.
How old are you?
¿Qué edad tiene usted, señor?
45 años.
45.
You're not a spring chicken.
Es un niño, porque ya no es un niño usted.
You don't look like you're in the best of shape. If you're doing that kind of dope, it's going to ravage your body and you'll likely end up dead. So, 45-year-olds can't be using the dope that 18-year-olds do. Get my drift?
¿Me entiendes?
We don't want to see you in a pine box. What about the DPS fines and fees and surcharges, Mr. Newell? Mr. Edesa, what do you do for a living?
Trabajo medio tiempo a veces de construcción. De construcción y a veces tengo mi esposa que tengo que mantener.
And then I have to take care of my wife.
Ya.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
De construcción, pero no trabajo mucho, medio tiempo.
Just give him a long payment.
$300 por semana.
The six.
Solamente no me pregunta, nada más contesta.
Just have them do that. All right. We wish you the best of luck, gentlemen. I am suspending your license for a year. Do not drive until you get a license, Mr. Edesa. And good luck to you, gentlemen. Oh, enhancements, I'm sorry. No more. Sorry. Mr. Edesa, is it true that you had a prior DWI in 22 in our court?
El 22 es cierto que usted tuvo otro DWI aquí en esta corte.
Sí.
Yes.
Is it true that you also had a .15 or above in this case?
5 tenía como se llama de alcohol.
Imagino que sí.
Yes, hay más.
Is it also true that you had an open container in this case as well?
Se llama un contenedor abierto con el carro cuando lo pararon.
Contenedor como
cerveza o algo abierto.
Oh, sí.
Yes. Yes.
Tell you now, Mr. Edesa, that you will be required to pay the DPS fines and fees and surcharges that are now $6,000 to pay. I will give you time to pay it, but if you don't pay it, a warrant will issue. And for every $100 you owe, you will sit 1 day in jail. Do you understand?
Pero no tengo.
We will put you on a payment plan for 2 years and you will be required to pay it. I will waive the court costs, but with the DPS fines, you're going to have to pay that.
Se llaman los costos de la corte, pero eso es una multa del estado, de DPS. Ahí le van a dar como se llama tiempo para pagar.
Hey guys, good luck.
Suerte.
DC.
Judge, may we get an order to get the device?
Well,
But you'll have to put on another one whenever.
no. I mean, he needs a device though. He can't go without a device. Does he have a Guardian Interlock now or a portable device?
That's the portable one. He came to,
Let me make sure that he has it,
he has it.
and that it's operational, Mr. Newey, and then if so, yeah.
He showed it to me now. What is the machine?
La máquina que tiene.
That's and it's operational?
Yeah.
Está trabajando.
Sí, está trabajando, ya.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, because he's paying for the 6,000. Yeah. Okay, all right.
Thank you,
We're
John.
gonna waive the probation fees because he's doing that other one, which is probably like a. Okay, sure.
It's a time served on a trespass.
I don't know if I'm ready to just let him out. I don't, because I truly think that if I let him out, he's just gonna start using again, and that's what I don't want to
This is his
happen.
only time, this is his only mess up while he's out on bond now.
The only way that I would have is to have him come twice a week to test, so I know that he's not using, right? And I'm gonna tell you now, it's a how long do you think it's gonna take?
Yeah, yeah.
The only way that I can really know that if he's not using is to constantly test.
Yeah. Even still back there.
He's gonna do that? You think he's gonna wanna do that, come up here twice a week to try to test?
I don't think he wants to, but I think he will. But I haven't had never had any issues with him showing up. But I mean, so should I just get a trial setting or should we?
Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, and because it's a jail case, we'll do it as soon as you want.
Okay.
You know, I gotta give them at least 30 days so they can get all their motions and subpoenas out, but you know, we can get you already have a case December 3rd that we set, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Set on the 3rd? Yeah, set up a trial on the 3rd, you said?
Sure.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I have a trial set that day as well, but.
It does.
I did.
Sent you a jail case that day.
Yes.
So I'm saying we could do the same thing.
Okay, let's do that. Minutes.
Boy, Mr. Smart. Ay, ay, ay. What's going on with you, man?
I'm just tired. I'm supposed to be on medication.
Did they just pick you up?
Yes, sir.
You still coming down or what?
No, I've been here for a couple of months.
Here for a couple of weeks.
When did he get a, can you, when did he get a?
It's been since 9/16.
Oh.
You've been in custody here since 9/16?
Yes.
Continuously?
No, I think.
I know, but it keeps happening, Mr. Smart, and you keep picking up trespasses and you keep coming back here and I'm sorry, you don't come back here. This is now our 4th trespass case and you never come back. The days of catch and release are over. Do you understand? And I am now, any more cases that you pick up with me, we will now be working on getting you treatment so that it stops happening. Where are you living?
With friends.
Who's in your life right now?
My sister, my mom.
I've been speaking with his father, but they live up in Fort Worth.
Why aren't you living with them?
Me and my dad don't see eye to eye sometimes.
Can I take a guess why?
I'm not trying to lie.
Mr. Smart, you have now, for the past 3 years, have been in and out of custody. And before you know it, 15 years are going to pass and you're going to look like that little Quasimodo dude on the side of the road begging for money because they've got no job, no prospects, but only addiction issues, never willing to take care of it. Toothless. Is that what you want? How long has he been in custody?
Since September 13th.
I'm not gonna do it. I think that we need to have Mr. Smart TRAS to see what the problem is, why it continues to happen, and so it stops. We're working on since 22, early 22, burglary of a building, trespass, assault, trespass. And now, I'm not doing this anymore with you, Mr. Smart. I'm not gonna do this. So we will have you evaluated. I want you to talk to my clinicians to find out what's going on with your life, to see what we can do to help you out, to get you out of this rut. Before you kill yourself or worse. No more. Do you understand? We will do it expedited, so it's not gonna sit here and languish. So today's Thursday? Hopefully we can get the TRAS done tomorrow.
Okay.
We can come back maybe Tuesday, Wednesday and figure out what they say, where the proper course of action is.
Sure.
Mr. Smart.
Okay.
Please be honest to the people that we have you talk to. If I get a report back and it tells me that you're all rainbows and gumdrops and there's no issues, I'm gonna send you right back to do it again. Do you understand? Be honest, because we want to help you. That's the only way that we can. Okay? See you on Tuesday or Wednesday. Thanks, you.
Unfortunately, we're skipping you real quick. Go ahead. Come step all the way up. This is Mr. Goodman for a waiver, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Goodman.
If you could sign.
Okay.
And your arms this way.
Yeah. Yes. That's not that.
All right, Mr. Goodman, it looks like you were wanted out of the state of North Carolina for a violation of probation. Are you waiving formal extradition, sir? Okay, unfortunately, it looks like you've not paid bond on the felony case, so it's kind of told until that case works out. At that point, that's when the clock starts ticking. And then North Carolina has 14 days to come get you.
That's when it starts.
You can't bond out. Okay. If you make bond on the felony case, then the 14 days starts running. Correct. Yes. Okay. All right. Good luck. Thanks.